Welcome back, new beginners. We are New Beginnings After 40. I'm Jen.
I'm Kimberly.
And I'm Lori.
This week, we are going to talk about the unnecessary stresses of hosting a party. It is ridiculously stressful, and we work so hard. Nobody notices, but we have to. We have to do all the things that we have to do. So we're going to talk about that.
Yes, because I recently hosted a party with my sister, and you just had one, and so it's tough. It's a long process.
It is a long process. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
But first, let's talk about our weeks.
Well, first, I would like to say that Kimberly is back. Yay!
Yay!
So we'll dive into her shenanigans, let's call it.
Shenanigans.
Yes.
Well, you never know with me. I might be here for just a week and be off for 2. I don't know. I have like that easy schedule.
Mm-hmm. We like it better when you're here.
I like it better when I'm here too.
First, I would like to remind everyone, if you did not get a chance to listen to last week's podcast, that we are now on all audio platforms. So you can now listen to our podcast on any platform that you so desire. If you would like to see us in person, then of course you can always come to the YouTube channel. So that is a kickoff from last week. Yeah. Also, I'd like to say that this week has been a little bit of stress on me because I had to pick up the social media director, Kimberly's role a little bit. She was able to partake somewhat while she was in between the hospital, which she'll fill you in just a bit. But I will say it was a little bit challenging, a little bit stressful to make sure that I could get it right. Jen and I tried really hard.
Great job.
Thank you for saying that.
Yes.
Then, of course, it's race week. So I'm wearing Max Verstappen's Dutch Grand Prix because it was the Dutch Grand Prix this weekend. And some new development news is Lori has started her own podcast all about Formula One. And you can find that as Formula One. Sorry, I lied. You can find that on F1 Obsessed Podcast. So you'll be watching this episode that will launch on Wednesday this week, and I will have already launched mine. So please go and find it and subscribe to it. I'm only going to be on YouTube for now, but I will talk about all race recap stuff each week. So
I'm so excited you're going to do that.
Yes, I got to watch the recording of the first episode, and it was great, and I'm excited to follow your journey.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
I was a little bit nervous about starting it because I'm totally used to doing this podcast with the two of them, and doing it solo is a lot more challenging than you think it would be. So I decided, after the podcast movement convention last week, I got a lot of feedback on why don't you do an F1 podcast? And the reason I hadn't is because I didn't want to do it alone. Now, while Kimberly has started to venture into the Formula One platform with me, just doing the weekly updates wasn't simply enough. I wanted to embrace all of it. So that being said, some takeaways from this weekend that I wanted to bring up to Kimberly. Of course, she watched it as well.
I did.
Unfortunately, Lando DNF'd with 5 laps to go.
I was not happy.
What is DNF?
Did not finish.
Did not finish.
Good job, Kimberly. I thought I was going to have to answer that question. So sad for Lando. My heart sunk. It was bittersweet because Isaac Hadjar, rookie for this season, finished on the podium P3 because of it. So yay, I was so excited for him. I dive into that deeply. So what does that mean for the championship, Kimberly? Because in my household, we are half divided. We are Team Lando and Team Oscar.
I think that, Lando still has a shot.
He does.
I don't want to say that Oscar's probably going to get it, but I'm just going to keep positive vibes and say Lando.
Okay, here's a stat for you.
All
so he's 34 points behind right now, Lando, from Oscar after this weekend. So Lando has to win 7 of the next 9 races if they finish 1 and 2 like they have been in order to win the championship. So it's not impossible.
It is not impossible.
The other McLaren could totally DNF as well.
Oh,
that's where we are in the season. It's quite possible. So anything could happen. So anyway.
Okay. Well, I am excited to finish out this season and see if my cutie Lando will win.
And my husband and I want Lando because he's simply just been there that long. Oscar's fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but There you go. Other in my week, yes, today when we're recording this is Labor Day, so happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day.
We did what they say is our final pool day yesterday, which may or may not be. And I had a great time. I had a blast. The water was cold because it's chilly here. So they did not want to stay in there long, but I busted out games with Terry and had a fantastic afternoon.
Yes.
Really enjoyed myself.
She was playing so well. She kicked his butt twice in the beer pong game and in the
Cornhole game.
cornhole.
Yeah,
you were half and half. You did great, and that was her very first time
and
to
that
play
is
that.
even more effort than the throwing the pong.
Yes. So if you've listened to this podcast from the beginning, you know that my body's always broken. So my wrists are not great right now. So even playing beer pong, I have to use the left hand instead of my right hand because it hurts. So I had to do the same thing with the cornhole. I had to throw it with my left hand, which I'm not left hand dominant. So it was very interesting, but I got the groove eventually. I did not win, of course, but I did decent, I guess.
You did way better than you would expect.
It was kind of scary because you have these beanbags flying at you and you just know it's going to hit you in the face. It did hit me in the chest a couple of times and I thought I'd be bruised today, but I am not.
I am telling you, Jen even said it. This is so much better to watch than play because you're watching them get whacked in the face, whacked in the chest, and we're just over there going, oh.
It is hilarious. Because you've got the big inflatable cornhole thing right in front of you.
Yeah.
Where if you're playing on land, it's down on the ground. But in the pool, it's up top. So it's going to bounce off and hit you. Or they're going to miss it entirely and nail you in the face, nail you in the chest. And at the time, it takes your breath away. And we laugh and laugh and laugh. But way more fun watching you guys play.
Yeah, I know. Well, it was funny.
So that was a good way to end our pool season, maybe. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. Larry's in there today.
Yeah.
We'll see what the temperature is next weekend.
Well, the reason we say it's the end is because
Let's talk about your week.
it's now college football season, and every Saturday we have everybody over here, and then Terry doesn't do anything on what he calls school days, school nights. So he relaxes on Sunday. That's why we did it yesterday, because he could relax today. And now he won't have that. He'll be busy on Saturday, and Sunday he'll, rest, recuperate, get ready to go to work.
We'll be watching the college football
We'll be here
games.
too, which is
But
why
he can just stay home on Sunday.
we could always go to the pool on Sundays.
Yeah.
As long as it's warmer than it was yesterday.
Oh my God. I know. It took me forever to get in. Lori, oh my God, just walked right in and got
Yeah,
in.
well-
And I'm like, how did you do that?
Lori grew up with a pool in her backyard when I was a little kid, so it felt like you're getting in for the first time in like late April, early May. That's how cold it was. But it's just easier to rip the Band-Aid off and just climb on in.
It is painful, and I get that. Everybody kept telling me, just jump in. No, let me do my way.
I think I might shock my heart too much. I'd die.
Exactly.
I mean, it got better as I was in it. I mean, I feel for y'all because y'all never did feel that way, but I felt like it was. But also I was fired up and playing games.
I'm so happy that you actually did and you were able to do it and you kicked some butt.
Yeah, well, I had selective energy coming into it, but
You did great, and it also helped Terry because he wanted to play so bad.
He did.
And we were hurting, not feeling good, didn't feel like it. So you played with him, and he had a ball. And I was so happy. I was like, come home with me and keep playing with him.
Sorry, that was probably loud. Wait, so how was last night?
Last night was fine. We came home and started watching, it was University of Miami and Notre Dame.
yes.
And then he fell asleep on the couch when we went. And
We
watched
ordered
Gilmore.
taco casa though
Oh,
first.
that's right. We did order taco.
Oh, you got your taco.
Of course.
Well, so he just went to sleep.
He just went to sleep.
He plumb passed out on at like 7:30.
I was trying to be like good about that by just saying he fell asleep.
Well, we had a lot of fun over the 24-hour period. He did.
He sure did.
Oh no, his was 48.
His was.
I mean, I was fine. And then Jen and I just went and watched Gilmore Girls. She's never watched Gilmore
I have
Girls.
never
Can you
seen
believe
Gilmore
that?
Yeah.
She's never watched Gilmore Girls.
Never?
No, guys, I'm the biggest Supernatural fan out there. And multiple people have told me that Sammy was on Gilmore Girls. So finally, we checked it out last night, and I am just tickled because he's so young. This baby, his voice isn't even manly yet, you know? And his name's Dean on the show, which tickled me even more.
Yes.
And then she kept everything. If you have watched Gilmore Girls, which even Terry had said watched Gilmore Girls, so I mean, pretty much everybody has. So Jen was like, "This is so well written." I'm like, "It is." As a writer, you should definitely love that. It's great dialogue. They're punchy and sarcastic and funny.
They nailed it. Every line perfectly. Yes, I'm a fan.
And I love the mom and daughter.
Oh, we said that would be you and Alyssa.
Guys.
Yeah.
Totally would be you and Alyssa. But yes, we binge watched it. I don't know how many we watched, but we watched a lot.
I'm pretty sure I made it through at least 3.
Oh, more than that.
Well, I was definitely hurting, and at one point I had to just shut my eyes and listen, hoping I could go to sleep to make the pain go away.
Well, let's move on to your update this week then. Yeah.
Okay, so this week was my first dose of the 5 milligrams of the weight loss shot, and it was also my last dose ever, because I'm pretty sure it tried to kill me.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I took it on Monday and was fine Monday. Woke up Tuesday and I was hurting, cramping, pain in my upper stomach. I had gone over to your house to watch a movie or something, and I was like, I gotta go home. I'm just really hurting. And then Tuesday night, I fell asleep at 10:45 and woke up at 12:45 a.m. completely in pain. And it just never went away. I never went to sleep. So I went to see my doctor at like 9:45 in the morning, and he sent me over to the hospital to have tests done, because he said I could go to another place, but it would take a while to get the results back, and he'd rather me go straight there and get the results immediately.
Yeah.
So they put me on an ambulance. I kept saying, this is absolutely ridiculous.
You know, you could have refused it.
I could have. I said I was going to Uber. But at that time, I was in literal, it was stabbing into my breast pain. And that hadn't started until I was there. And I'm going, what is that? What is that?
Stabbed you so they can make more money.
Yeah. I said, okay, yes, I do need to hurry up and get there. I was concerned about my heart because it was anxiety. Yeah. And I know that 99% of the time it's going to be anxiety, but that 1%, it's not.
Yeah.
So I keep saying so, and I apologize. They did do the CT scan, and the results came back that I have gallbladder sludge. Yep. I cannot tell you how excited I am to just have one more thing that makes me so attractive. Yeah. Gallbladder sludge with the possibility of stones.
And what is that sludge?
Yeah, I asked her that question.
It is a calcium blah, blah, blah buildup in the gallbladder that can cause pain.
Oh.
Yes. I actually did look it up, but it's a lot of words that I didn't memorize or write down. Should have done that.
Okay. Gallbladder
sludge.
And then you're, so we're going to the doctor on the mid-September.
Yeah, September 11th. By the time they were done, I had the IV in one arm, the little thing on my finger, the blood pressure cuff, and I was in so much pain the entire time, but I couldn't get comfortable. Fetal position was my favorite, and I couldn't get in it with all this going on, so I kept getting more agitated and more agitated, and they would come in and I'd say, please just let me take these off while we wait for the results, and they'd say, no, we can't. So finally, she came back with the results, and I said, okay, can I go then?
Oh my gosh.
And didn't exactly hear the results. It wasn't till, 2 days later, they called me to see if I had made my appointment. And I'm going, what are you talking about? You were supposed to follow up with a surgeon. I'm going, pretty sure you didn't say that. So not positive because I was in such a hurry. And that I hadn't even read the paperwork they sent home with me. And Terry said, it's the very first line of the second page.
Well, don't put it on the second page. It's on the first line of the first page.
Put it on the very first page.
Well, this is why we don't send Jen to the doctor without one of us going.
That's right. You always have to have somebody there. Well, I told her immediately, it's your gallbladder, Jen. You're going to have, because I had the same experience with my gallbladder. Mine progressively went that route. Like it would just be some things I ate, then I would get the pain. And then it became to everything I ate, I had the pain. I actually had to go to the doctor and tell them, I want you to look at my gallbladder. It was a forceful thing. I went and got a sonogram on mine. The results came back. It's I don't know, remember the name sludge, but that was like 18 years ago. So maybe he didn't see any stones like adamant, like pouring out or anything, which is the number one reason they would take it out. But he said it was questionable. And so I had to push for it. And then when he took it out, it was filled with stones. So it was a matter of time before they started coming out and stabbing you more. So I just think that it is your gallbladder based on the experience. I have been saying that for years.
So,
yeah.
Well, but you lost how much weight?
Yes.
I did not weigh myself today or yesterday, or maybe even the day before.
You're like done.
I've never stepped on it. It was 15 pounds total in the month that I was on it.
Yes, that is amazing.
And I was quite mad because on my paperwork that our doctor sent with the ambulance driver, first he wrote 45-year-old woman, and I'm like, ouch. I don't know why that hurt.
Oh my God.
I know I'm 45. I know that, but year old woman, ouch. And then he marked out my 164 and wrote 175. Oh, I'm like, why did you do that? That was my starting weight. The morning of, I weighed myself on my scale, and it was 159 or 161.
Yeah, it was 150. It was.
When I weighed there at their office, it was 164.
It's always 3 pounds.
It is always 3 pounds
more at our doctor, definitely, because we've tested it.
Which I was okay with that. I said, okay, fine, I'll go with that weight. And then that guy marked it out and wrote 170.
Did you ask why?
Again, I didn't read the paperwork until a few days later. I'm laying in bed going, I really was supposed to call a surgeon. And
Don't think I would have jumped up there and go,
you better
go and reweigh me, because I know that's not true.
They also had marked out 5 milligrams and written down 2.5. So when the ambulance driver was calling the hospital to get them ready for me, and he said 2.5 milligrams, and I said, no, it's 5. He goes, well, it says 2.5. And I said, well, I'm telling you, it's 5. And this is my first dosage on 5. And I don't know if that's what's hurting me. And then we get to the hospital, and he tells the nurse 2.5. And I said, it's 5.
Maybe they're trying to downplay it.
Listen, Linda.
I did a whole month on 2.5, and I was okay. This is 5. Is this a problem? Yes or no? Let me know, and I'll never do it again. But one of the causes or effects of the shot, I Googled it, is gallbladder issues.
Can be. But I think you already had them. I think it just intensified it quicker.
I believe you're probably right.
Because you've been having some of these symptoms from that for a while.
Yes.
So I do think, just like mine came about whenever I had my son, and that's typical after pregnancy because of the stress on your body, it just kind of pushed it over the edge. So there's reasons sometimes that it gets pushed over the edge. So I think that pushed it over the edge, let's call it.
So it's been
a traumatic week.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Thursday I woke up and I felt better and I was so happy, but then the second I ate, went back downhill. Friday, same thing, fine until I ate. It's like you're just so scared to eat. So this weekend was college football started.
We
Yay.
are so excited.
Yay.
Go Aggies.
Yes, go Aggies. They won their first game of the year.
42-24.
That's right. And like I said, every year, every Saturday, we have everybody over here. And it was a great time, and it was successful. Sent everybody home and cleaned the kitchen and went to bed. Got up, made deviled eggs to go to the pool.
It was so good, though.
The deviled eggs were amazing.
Thank you. I forgot a couple ingredients, so thank you.
You did? I wouldn't have known. You don't even tell anybody that.
Oh, well, you're missing a color on it.
Yeah, I forgot the paprika.
Oh, the paprika.
And I used way too much mustard, so I was trying to
I thought they were amazing.
I added more mayonnaise to cut the overpowering mustard.
Oh, I think they were fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, they
Thank
were.
you.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
I was smart because I boiled the eggs and peeled them Saturday morning because I knew I wasn't going to feel like it on Sunday morning. All I had to do was cut it and throw it together and say, all right, we're on our way.
Yeah, so now that we don't have pool day anymore, I guess I'll need to get me an Aggie supporter shirt for me because on Fridays we usually record the podcast and I'll stay over here and watch the game.
A&M shirts, yes.
Yeah.
I wore mine.
Well, and my mom's an Ohio State fan,
You
so
had one.
my mom's an Ohio State fan, but I'll support
We love
Aggies.
your mom,
She didn't
but we're
care
still
about
Aggies.
I know.
Ohio State did win.
They did beat
the
Texas.
Longhorns.
Can't
Yeah.
believe. I mean, that was huge. Huge deal for my mom. I didn't hear from her either way. I figured I would, but I knew I'd hear from her if they didn't win. Yeah, it was a big hype up for.
We'll go down to the store and the fan store, or whatever.
Well, I actually,
We'll buy some
one of my
Aggie
local
stuff.
support boutique, the Ridgely Boutique, the girl that I
Yes.
buy her clothes, Casey, she has A&M stuff. She went to A&M, so she's got all collection of A&M stuff too. So
A boutique is super cute.
yeah, so I can maybe find something there too. But yeah, but I think didn't y'all say they play next week at 11?
They do. Next
Yeah.
week at 11.
I've had my shirt. It was representing Johnny Manziel.
That was a long time
It
ago.
was a long time ago, so I have not upgraded. to
Okay, well
anything.
I'll take any hand-me-downs too.
And so that's all I have. Oh no! I'm sorry. I do have. You're right. The pullover that for the cold and
Hoodies and stuff.
It's not quite that weather yet.
Right.
Okay, so that's only like regular shirt until it gets cold.
Yeah.
I have
Okay.
a lot of tank tops and a lot of t-shirts. So
Okay.
I'm good for a while, but I'm not wearing. I was smaller in the last season, so the tank tops aren't fitting me just yet.
They will.
They will.
Well, I don't know. She's giving up.
She's not giving up. She just has to find a different. She has
I will.
to, and we need to find out what you should eat till then. We know what you shouldn't eat, but
I
we need
know
to
what I
find some
shouldn't
things
eat,
that you
and I
should.
know
Eat.
what I should, and it's
And I'm starting the gym tomorrow.
good.
I'm gonna start walking
I'm
this
starting
week.
the gym tomorrow.
Oh,
I'm really excited for you.
I'm starting
I've
the
got
gym
plans
tomorrow.
tomorrow. I'm going to Weatherford.
See, I give her these chances and she doesn't take them.
if I was close by, I'd start it with you.
I know.
Because I was planning on walking this week.
I would absolutely love that.
My
But-
little hills.
I can go on Thursday.
You can go on Thursday?
Yes. It's not
Okay.
tomorrow.
We're going to see if she'll go Thursday.
Yeah, update next week.
Right, because I'm going to look at what classes are on Wednesday too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's pick up with Kimberly. You had so much to
Tell us
unpack.
about yours.
Let's a shortened version because we might be here all day if we get the
We would be here all day. I know that they already have the podcast on the podcast convention when we all went to the Gaylord. So what I did was my shots are on Wednesdays, and so I didn't want to take the box to like keep it cold. So I just thought it would be fine if I took this shot for the next week 2 days early. Well, almost, I'll say immediately, but within an hour or so, oh no. That was I've done some dumb shit in my life, but that was the dumbest. It hurt me so much. I was only able to, when we got to the Gaylord, I was only able to go to like a part of the orientation. And then it was like right upstairs to go to the room. And then I couldn't get out of the room. They had me go get dressed on Wednesday, like 5, 6 or whatever, and try to go downstairs to eat. I did, but I did not last long. I told them, I said, I got to go back up to the room. So if you're ever on shots or tirzepatide, don't take your shots early. The pain is excruciating, and I mean, you can't walk. And so it's like I missed pretty much the whole podcast convention. I couldn't even go on Saturday to the lazy river at the Gaylord, and that's my favorite thing. Mm-hmm. That's how you know it's bad. So yeah, so that really sucked. So then we came home and we did pool day. Mm-hmm. That's right, we did a pool day. But I it was, my stomach was hurting, but it wasn't the sharp stabbing until later on in the day. So then what ends up happening is I'm in bed on Sunday, and then Monday, and nothing's getting better. It's just horrible. So then my husband finally took me to the emergency room. I say finally because of me. I kept saying no, because I kept saying it just takes time. It's just got to heal. And after a good 10 days, it wasn't. So then I was admitted into the hospital. Now let me tell you really quick about this ER doctor. So was the okay. So you know how you have like the one under them, whatever.
Yeah.
And then this guy's treating me, and he knows how much in pain I am and all this stuff, and my blood pressure's low. So I told him, I said, listen, I promise you there's something wrong. Your blood test may not show it, but I'm telling you, I have lived with this for so many years. I know. And then he just like looked at me and he just said, okay, hold on. Then he goes and gets the top doctor. This guy, condescending asshole, comes in and he's like, I understand you want to be admitted. And I'm like, yes, I need to do the upper GI because I'm telling you something's there. Because I also kept getting through that week pills stuck in my throat when I take them. And the Gaylord even one came right out. And so I'm like, gosh, my throat, my stomach. So he comes over, and so give me your hand, Lori.
Okay.
And so he's like doing like this, and he's like, I understand you're in pain, and but we just don't really have a reason for you to be in the hospital. And then I said, I'm giving you a reason. I'm telling you there is something wrong. And then he's like, I just really hear, you know when things go really bad for someone, I handle that. And I'm like, I knew if I yelled and what I wanted to do, I would not have been able to stay there. So I try to I kept my cool. And then he goes, you just need to call a GI doctor. And I said, I have my own GI doctor, but I switched to military insurance and he doesn't take it. And I have not had a chance to find me a new GI because my book for stomach is probably like that big. And so I said, so I asked, I said, so if my doctor, who is normally here, does the procedure in the hospital, will it go through my insurance through him or y'all? And they said the hospital. Only if I go to his office would it go through him. I'm like, well, there's number two. And then, oh my God, he said this. He looked at me and then he said, those people that I was talking about, the ones, that may not live. He said, I'm fairly sure that you will live to tomorrow.
Wow.
You do not. Those who know me knows that it took everything out of me to not get my evil self. And so then he said, I'll just go check with the chart administrator, and I'll check with them, and I'll let you know. So he's gone about 5 minutes. He came back and he goes, we have room. We can move you upstairs. I'm just like, oh my God. So I was nice. I just took his hand and said, oh my God, thank you. Thank you. I promise you I'm not making this up. So then they put me... We get off the elevator, and so you see all the lights, and over here to go to the right. No, I go to the left. where it was completely dark. No one's in the room. The nurse's station, nobody's at. It's all black. It's all dark. And so then I put me in this room that I've never, ever have seen. Y'all know I go to the hospital. Never seen a room like this before. And I kept wondering, what is this? Because it was like us, like a bed here on one wall and a bed on this wall. We're facing each other. And then the bathroom is in there with a piece sawed out. Then everything is metal. And I'm like, what is this? And then eventually, and if I did the call button, it'd take about 40 minutes for someone to come because I was the only one there. So it was the psych ward.
Well, it was the old psych ward, right?
Sorry, the old psych ward. Not current.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I could have stayed longer.
Yeah. You would have been VIP, maybe.
Oh my God. But so then I was like, oh my God. And then Jen came to see me and she's like, what is this bathroom?
There was no toilet seat, just a metal bowl.
Everything was metal. And I'm like, oh, this is so crazy. And then they wouldn't give me my medicines because my cholesterol, my blood pressure was low. So I stayed up all night until Jen came. But then when Dr. Anton came to see me, my real GI doctor, then they admitted me. And so they did.
Yeah, because he realized there's something wrong with you.
So, yeah. And he knows me.
Yeah.
So the GI found that I had this severe gastritis, esophagitis, and the ulcers had flamed back up. And they said my whole entire stomach lining, everything was very inflamed. So I'm pretty sure it's because I did those 2 shots back, 2 days early. So that was my mistake. And I even told them this doing was my fault. And I know this, but please fix it. Mm-hmm. So I ended up in the hospital for 5 days. So that they couldn't get my why do I keep saying cholesterol? They couldn't get my blood pressure to go up. It stayed down, and it would go into 80 over 50s, 80 over 60s, 90 over 60. They could not get it up. They kept giving me all kind of medicines. So that was my amazing trip to the hospital.
Number what?
Number what?
133.
Okay.
And then also why I wasn't able to participate in the podcast. So that was it. And then Saturday, we did the college football, which I came over around the middle of the day and watched 2 games. And so it was a lot of fun. We laughed and laughed and laughed. And so then yesterday, my girls came over for the pool day. Mm-hmm. So they kept saying, it's probably the last. So I said, I'm in a lot of pain. Mm-hmm. So I just drank water and I got in. And then about maybe 2 hours later, I was like, okay, I got to get out. And then I sat there. And then guess what happened? That pain, the hospital pain level, came rushing back. And I had to walk to go to the bathroom, lunched over like this. And then Larry's like, baby, that's not a good look on you. I said, shut up. I can't help it. I can't stand up straight.
When you were talking about the doctor, the one that finally admitted you, after Larry left, he called me and said, this guy was so condescending.
Oh.
And Kimberly kept her cool and was so patient. He said, I couldn't have done what she did. There's no way that I could have kept my mouth closed.
Well, it's not going to do any good to blow up on him because then she might not get in,
Then
it's like try to kill it with kindness. But
well, yeah, yes. And then he would have had to take me to another hospital and then I'd have to go through all that again. And insurance probably wouldn't have approved it. So I held it. And I really want to go up there and just yell at him.
I want you to go up there and say, so my crystal ball was correct. Mm-hmm. And I did have issues. And I did need to be here.
Oh, you know
you didn't
what?
say that part.
No, but the nurse, the leader, admin, whatever, I don't know. She goes around all the rooms to ask if your stay is fine, and is everyone treating you right? And I said, oh yes, I love my nurses and everything. And I said, but my only issue was my ER doctor. And then she asked me when, because I couldn't remember his name, and so that I told her, and she said, oh, we are so sorry about that. We're having a meeting today for other things, and I'll make sure to bring that up. And I said, and make sure you tell them it was from me.
Did she give you the impression that that's not the first time she's heard that?
Yeah, she did. She did, because she wasn't shocked.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. So that has been my 2-week update, and why I haven't been able to film. So, but now I'm back, and we are going to pray that I stay well.
Yes, we are. We absolutely are.
Oh, all right. So, Jen,
You get to.
what is our topic today?
Our topic is the unnecessary stress. Originally, I was just going to say the stress of being a host.
Well,
It is.
it's the stress of being a host.
We make it unnecessary stress because we overthink.
Yeah.
We try so hard. I mean, football college watching party. Do I need to move furniture and sweep and mop underneath it?
No, but
Okay.
she does.
But I do. And we've talked about it before. Even on our Friday nights here, I will clean the house even though it's already clean.
We don't care.
This week, with me being all the pain, the nausea, the cramping, this gallbladder stuff, I was a struggle to get it all done. And Terry kept saying, just stop what you're doing and go lay down.
Oh.
This is unnecessary. Nobody cares. Nobody cares but you.
Especially not men.
No, right?
Yeah.
No, they don't.
They don't.
And if they do, they don't say anything. And it's like I don't go clean a kitchen to get that attaboy. Good job, good job. But it's so nice to hear. I mean, especially if you're not one that cleans.
I will say Terry was very supportive Saturday morning, said I did a great job getting everything ready, cleaning the house.
You didn't move the TV, did you?
No, they did.
He
that.
did that when I went to pick up the food. I came back and said, I cannot believe you did that without me, because every Saturday we moved the big screen TV out of the bedroom into the living room. So we have 2 big ones so we can have 2 different games going on at the same time.
Yes.
And Larry and I tried to move it at the end of the evening, and we decided let's just leave it here till tomorrow.
I thought that you looked at me like, I don't trust him. Because
No, it wasn't him. It was I didn't trust. I kept trying to get the little moving thing underneath and missing.
I
So
saw.
I said, yeah, we'll do that tomorrow.
Oh, I thought you looked up and looked at me, and I thought you were like, yeah,
I might have been.
he's been drinking a little too much.
I might have been thinking that at the time as well. But let's just leave that in here. We'll get it tomorrow. And Terry and I moved it back.
I would say that it's the first one of the season, so you're going to probably go big. But then again, you do that every week, every Saturday for the
who
most
I
part.
am.
But we're not going to do the food every Saturday.
No, she
I
did.
do food every Saturday. Not this time. I did roses, went all
Yeah.
out. I only do that maybe twice a year. The rest of the time I'll make, because even on our Fridays,
Yeah.
I like to have a drink, a
Yeah, food.
theme, food.
Yes.
And that's kind of what I'll do. One day I'll just do a whole bunch of football snacks.
Oh, yeah, and then I can help you with that too.
Then Terry will order pizzas one day. So we do food every time.
That's fine. Yes, I was like, I know, because I know how expensive roses is, and I said,
She already told Terry last night she's me dog sitting next weekend that he's going to have to.
He's in
hand
charge
the
of
food.
pizzas or whatever.
Yeah.
But the problem is, when he is in charge, he doesn't always feed them.
Yeah, I believe
And
that.
you know me, I'll be calling going, what do I need to do?
Yeah.
Do I need to bring y'all something to eat? And I'll call individual people to ask them.
I told her I'll be spending the night, so I'll make sure that they're taken care of if she needs me to do anything.
well, he will order Mama's pizza.
Yes, he will.
Yeah.
And so if you're staying, I will stay with you, darling.
Yes, please.
I'll meet y'all back over here for the 11 o'clock game, and then I'll go back.
Is that what time the Aggies play
Yeah,
next week?
yeah.
Oh, dang. I actually got to get up early.
Well, that's what I
11
said.
o'clock game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to get dressed.
No, I don't care about that.
Oh, what?
T-shirt, let's go.
That's right.
I think for Saturday I did put on one coat of mascara and it was wonky. This is all y'all are getting from me.
Oh, I did forget something, y'all.
What?
So after, I'll say it's technically a year and a half, but technically I was trying to count out how many real days I was on the shot. Sorry. That I finally hit my original goal weight of 135.
Might not have been healthy way, but
No, but I want to lose another 5. So they're telling me no. But that's just what I want to do. But maybe with me, getting back to go to my trainer, I'll be able to just
tone it up.
Tone it up. But I don't know. We'll see. You just never know what I'll do.
You never, ever know.
Ever know. I might just go and buy 1 shot instead of 4 and just do it for another week. I mean, not right now. Maybe like in a week or 2.
Definitely gotta let yourself
But I'm so excited that, I started... Y'all, I had got all the way up to 190. And it's so funny that when you look at yourself now, you go, oh my gosh, I look like that. But when you're in that time, but you're not skinny, but you don't, it's sometimes hard to even say, oh my God, you're fat, but not, wow, you're fat, until you look back.
Looking back at the picture, it's such a big change for your height.
Yes, yeah. And maybe if I was taller, it wouldn't have been.
Nobody.
No, we're short people.
I don't think anybody ever looked at her and said, this girl needs to go lose weight.
I bet they
but
did.
Now we look back at pictures and go, holy cannolis, woman.
Yes. Oh, especially my daughter. She definitely finds one and goes, Mom, I can't believe you were this big.
But she didn't even notice at the time.
No.
You don't.
You don't notice at the time.
Oh my gosh. So, but it worked for me. Mm-hmm. And yes, I got sick, but I just needed to keep going. So I'd feel better about myself.
Do you? You happy?
Yeah.
I am, except for the stomach pains, but yes, I am happy.
I'm happy for you. Even one of the guys at the party on Saturday said, Kimberly, you look amazing. You have lost a ton of weight. So I said, I lost 15 pounds. You didn't say anything about mine.
I do notice, baby. I notice because I know what your stomach looks like. I see it. You look great.
I've noticed.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
Men don't always notice everything.
No.
Sometimes they do.
Hers is a lot more.
It also depends on what you're wearing.
But still, hey, I'm sitting right here.
That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Well, so okay. So your
party?
your Saturday parties and stuff. So what about uninvited guests?
We're not going to have any more uninvited guests. We are going to discuss the guest list and talk about it to me first before there's anybody that's uninvited.
But so when people come in, because say another friend invites a friend, because at parties when we were younger,
we didn't care.
Everybody, it was like telephone.
Yeah.
Everybody calling everybody, they show up at this address, right? Yeah. When someone comes in that you are not expecting, and it's not just 1 or 2, sometimes it's so like for Jen. And it actually, for me too, and it's not my house, kind of.
Yeah.
But I felt anxiety. How did you feel?
Oh, my anxiety was already off the charts before they got here. Because we have, the wood floors, everybody talking at the same time. It's just echoing around. My head's kind of hurting. And then 3 extra people come in on high volume. Mm-hmm. We went and sat on the back porch with Larry, and we could still hear. It was so loud in there.
Yes, it was extremely loud. And, I listen to my music extremely loud. But let me tell you, I couldn't even handle that.
Yeah.
It was so loud. And I'm like, my head is hurting. Mm-hmm. And so, yes. So, they didn't stay too long. Yeah. And so
It does add stress though to a situation because one, you didn't plan on it, so you didn't maybe feel like you didn't have everything you needed. Two, you don't know the people, so it makes you even more, like you said, when you're younger, I feel like we brush it off a lot better than we do when we're older.
yes.
When you're a clean freak, control freak like I am. I mean, they would even joke several times the other day if something got spilled. Jen hates that. That is her biggest peeve. And I'm going, am I that bad?
Oh my God, no. I mean,
You're not that bad.
you're bad, but not that bad. But I think you should get a refrigerator for the garage.
I've already decided we will have a beer fridge before next weekend.
Should have told me before I moved. I would have given you mine.
Really? Have you ordered it yet?
Oh no, I'm going to get a GoFundMe page.
Oh my gosh.
Well, usually you can find a cheap one on like Facebook Marketplace or something like that. Don't buy expensive one. Just get somebody's old fridge.
Well,
Or you can get a new fridge and you can give her yours.
no. I mean,
Yeah,
yes, I
seriously,
thought
that's what we
about
did.
that. But no, Larry and I keep talking about getting new appliances over and over and over. But of course, other things come up.
Yeah.
Then I said I want to move my fridge onto the back patio, so we have all of our stuff in there, and we don't have to go inside to make drinks.
That would have been great at the beginning of the summer. Now we're at the end of the season.
But we have a great idea for next year. So now
Yes.
I can really push to get a new fridge and do that. Because it really does suck, especially when we're making the mixed drinks. And if it has a couple of things and you have to go and do it, it'd be nice to have the stuff in the refrigerator. And then I'll get like an actual bar tape, a bar.
You could even get a mini fridge for even that, like a smaller fridge.
It's gotta be bigger.
It needs to be bigger because of the alcohol bottles and
Yeah,
stuff.
that's true.
Yeah, and then it's like then you got Larry who drinks Bud Light, and then you got Terry who drinks
Truly's or Bud Light.
Truly's, but he was drinking the Bud Lights
Yeah.
too.
No, that's his beer.
And then
Larry drinks Budweiser.
No, Keystone, but he just decided that she's decided to upgrade him to Budweiser. And now he's sticking with Budweiser.
oh yes, because I'm the expensive
Right.
one, and so that I have him not drink Keystone because he thinks that I think it's cheap. It is.
Yeah. Well, we always had an extra fridge before we moved, and now we don't have a garage, so we can't have one anyway. But we had an extra fridge in our
I
garage.
can't wait.
Yeah,
Now
that's definitely an
Now you've
improvement.
got it in your head. It's gonna
I
happen.
do. It is going to happen.
But you can sometimes find one. We got ours for like $300-$400 on, like someone was giving it away, like on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. You don't got to spend a fortune on one.
I won't go to Facebook Marketplace. It just weirds me out.
It does. Don't go by your. We're not going to send you out to get one.
I don't even wanna text
We get Larry
anyone.
to go help you or something.
Can Larry just do it all
Yeah.
for me?
No, I'm just going to make you go. And I'm going to say, hopefully she comes
She didn't get murdered. Well, she's going to have a way to put it like a truck and all that. So you're going to have to
Yes, of course.
get. Yeah. So we can. There's legitimate things out there.
Text him and talk to him. He goes and picks it up. I'll be great. I'll pay for it.
Oh my God.
I mean, Facebook
yes.
Marketplace like old Craigslist
Craigslist.
days. That's
I
basically
never
what it
did
is.
Craigslist.
Well, I didn't either. I'm going to go in to pick something up by myself. No,
I just hear all these horror stories about.
Joey's used it before.
Well, I know y'all sold stuff on
I
it.
have.
I haven't sold anything, but my sister used to get stuff from it all the time.
The whole
Yeah.
people going, well, can I get it for this price?
The haggling.
And I get that. I'm fine with that. And then they don't show up when they say they're going to show up. Or I don't want anybody showing up at my house anyway.
No.
Do you know one
Well, you'd have to show up at their
That's right. I'm not selling. I'm buying.
Yeah. So they won't know where you live.
That is awesome.
I am awesome.
Yeah. You're so pretty.
You are so stunning.
Stunning.
When I lived in the old house, I had a treadmill. It was up on the second floor.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to sell it. And so this thing is like $1 million
Oh, yeah.
pounds. And so this couple, they bought it. And so they have to come into my house and then go up to the second floor, to get it. And so that took them, it was a wife and a husband, and they were trying to get that down off and I'm not helping because I'm sorry, I can't, my back hurts. And so I'm like just sitting there watching them go, are you okay? Do y'all need some water? But of course course, then you always think, oh my God, those people know where I live now. Or what if it stops working and they come, give me my money back? So, but what's the difference in garage sale?
It is basically a garage sale.
It
is. It's a social media garage sale. Think of it that way.
I don't know. With a garage sale, people are driving by.
Estate sale is another one. Just go
Versus
find.
me giving my address to a random stranger and saying, come over and buy
Okay, well,
it.
drive around, find estate sales or garage sales in your area, because I guarantee you they'll have a fridge.
That's a really good
It's almost guaranteed. That's like the biggest thing.
That's what
That's how we got ours. We got ours through estate sale.
Okay, well, we have 5 days.
5 days. Well, you're gonna have to solicit Larry because he has a truck to go pick it up for
Right.
you. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll do that.
But yeah, that's a great idea. Okay, so you learned that from the party planning that you'll be now. You're just started.
A beer fridge in the garage. When I do a party, I write lists.
Yes.
And last week, I really had to break that list up. Sweep and mop one room, go lay down. Sweep and mop another room and go lay down. My lists are very long. Last week, I kind of wung it a little bit. Is wung a word?
No, wrong.
I actually was just going to ask you.
I was gonna roll with it, but let's back up.
No, I was about to say, what's wrong?
Instead of wing it, I wung it.
Yin yang,
Okay.
wong it.
I just
Again, another
was-
generism.
very excited about the first game of the season,
Yes.
and I wanted it to be perfect, but I did not have the energy level,
No.
the desire. I was afraid I wasn't even going to be able to participate, that I was going to have to go to one of y'all's houses because I was not going to be in the mood for people to be here when I'm that miserable. And luckily, I had the first beer, sip, and I'm like, okay, it's sitting. I can hang until I eat. Just don't eat.
Oh, gosh. Yeah. I can't. That's why I don't eat, is because it hurts.
Which for years, not years, but I've been saying, this is bad for you. And then I decided, oh, I'm going to do the bad thing too.
But even planning a party at your house is one stress, but like even Jen and I, when we were planning your big 50th, that was still stressful, even though we weren't having it at the house.
Yeah,
But
how was that one stressful?
it was extreme. Well, first off, we didn't know if we'd meet your expectations. That was a whole nother stress.
I think I have such high expectations.
Because you wanted, we wanted it to be perfect.
That's
We
you.
wanted it to be good.
But no, I want everything to be perfect all the time. And I want to control things. And it's really scary for me to get everything just right and to make everybody happy. I mean, I seriously, for your birthday party, because I knew everybody was coming over here, I cleaned baseboards.
She did. She cleaned her house because people were going to start here and meet here
Okay.
and end
And I
here.
had planned on people staying the night.
She did.
I scrubbed the house down. Did not do that for football Saturday.
No,
Oh my gosh! But no, it looked great.
Thank
no,
you.
I'm
it did look great.
Saturday. Now they did. I've already talked about it, but they did an amazing job for my 50th that I will always remember, and I truly appreciate.
No,
both of
we
you.
know it turned out really great. We were very proud of it. It's
We were
just
very
that
proud.
leading up and doing all the things and making sure nothing goes wrong, and we were stressing about that. And
I mean, we have anxiety. We stress.
we just do. We're perfectionists. We want to make sure everyone's going to have a good time, and do we have everything we need? And it wasn't just necessarily about you enjoying it, but everyone else enjoying it.
I mean,
I know.
you're the number
surprise
one,
there.
obviously.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody generally had a
what
blast.
if I have a song on the playlist they don't like?
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I'm above and beyond, and it eats me up.
I understand that, but you know what the toughest part of doing a party is estimating the food.
Oh yes, you're so right.
My sister and I threw my mom her 80th birthday, and so of course, we had to write lists, and then I had to clean the house, and but trying to get everybody to RSVP, right? Mm-hmm. And then you got to think about the food. What will people eat, and then make sure you have stuff if people don't eat gluten or meat or something like that, and then how much.
Right.
Every time I always overdo it. I have so much left over because I've just bought for a football field when I just needed for 20.
Right. I do that too, and that is a very good point. This Saturday was the first time that I didn't have leftovers. I didn't have it. We never ran out, but there was nothing to put away at the very end.
That's good.
But my husband was here.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So I did good.
Yeah, he eats a lot. Yeah, and so what about you?
That's the point I was going to make is, so I was always the host of all the holiday Christmas Eve. I call it Christmaka because my mom and my stepdad are Jewish. So we would call it Christmaka and we would have it at my house and I always hosted it. And we would do the same thing. We would always make sure we get whatever food, sometimes we do sides and then we do a big meat item, whatever. Same thing as my stepdad can put away some food. So it was the same thing. It's like, how much food do you need? You don't want to disappoint. Even it's my own family.
Right.
It doesn't really isn't critical, say. But at the same time, it's like me as the host, I want to make sure that I give everybody a great meal and everything is really set up nice.
Absolutely.
Everything perfect.
Everything is perfect.
My Thanksgiving.
Yes.
It's just
Thanksgiving's
it's just like us and them.
Yeah.
And because I know that you're with his Joey's family, but even then, I don't know, 10 or 12 dishes that I will cook for just us.
That's because you grew up with those two. You got to have those dishes.
Yeah. And even though I just put a little bit on the plate, but I'm making sure that everybody has something. Like I like to do ham, not a turkey, but I know that Terry loves turkey. So then she'll go get a thing of turkey from the Honey Baked Ham store.
We have to have turkey on Thanksgiving. It's necessary. It's important. It is required.
I'd rather kill a cow than a turkey.
Have you ever been attacked by a turkey? I have.
Oh, actually, yeah, I've had them come up on me. Yeah, with an ostrich and a peacock.
See? Kill that turkey.
So it is. It's difficult and it makes you nervous because I really hate when you're planning a party for someone like y'all, like what you said, and then all these people RSVP and they don't show up.
Well, that did kind of happen a little bit.
Well,
I had probably 7 that didn't come.
But that was okay because we kind of overshot it anyway. We had a lot more people coming, and so we planned on that anyway, so it wasn't ridiculous.
No, but
we figured some people would.
They called you and
they
told
did
you.
call and tell it. Yeah, text or Jen. Yeah.
They'll say that you don't, and then you're looking at that person like, oh my gosh, I hope please let some more people show up because you want them to feel appreciated and special, and not just have even though. If it was just us 3, we're going to have a blast anyway.
Have a blast.
But you really want that person to feel appreciated.
That is one of the stresses. 100%. That's part. I don't know if I would call it unnecessary stress, but it is just one that we do.
I'll play devil's advocate with that a little bit. So I hosted Christmas Eve was the biggest one I always hosted as my family, and so it was great because my dad and my mom and her husband and my sister and her son and then of course my family, and then I have another close friend of ours, Steve, whose family lives in Illinois, so he would always come with his kids sometimes, or if his kids were the mom, he would come with just himself and his ex-wife or whatever. So we just made it a big family event. And even though, I'm having it at my house, which requires you to have everything ready and cleaned and organized and food and blah, blah, blah. It's now once we moved to a smaller house, I live in a smaller 30,000 square foot house now. So I don't have the space for everyone. But I was always my mom has Malteses and she doesn't go anywhere without them and she worries about them the whole time. And they live about an hour, 10 minutes away from us. So she stresses the whole time, but I would let her bring her dogs because I don't care. My cat was the only one who cared. So then when we move it to my sister's house, because it's a bigger environment, it's hard because she's got a small kid now and 2 big dogs. And then my mom feels she can't bring her little dogs and it becomes a freaking thing. Like, we're not going to have it now. And it becomes a freaking saga. And if I could have it at my house, I would, because I hate the drama of it all.
Oh.
Why are we making so much drama of this all?
Because you just want it to be perfect.
Well,
and it's hard to please everybody.
See, I'm a people pleaser, so fine. We'll just cream in my 1,000 square foot house so everybody's happy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like no one's happy. We have a bigger place to do it at, but no one's happy about it because my mom can't bring her dogs. My sister's dogs, she can't do anything about them. They're
Do you
already
want to
there.
do my house?
No,
I'm going
I
on
appreciate
Christmas
the
Eve every
asking.
year.
Yeah, you go to your mom. We
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
no.
that the party that we always would?
You would come
I
too.
go
Yeah,
to?
you've come a couple of times too. That's right. You have.
Because that was Christmas Eve.
Yeah, you would come a couple of times too. So the last few Christmas Eves we haven't done. We've actually just met at a restaurant as a family,
That is a less
which was fun.
stressful.
I will say it was not very stressful last year. We did that last year. We met.
Go to Golden Corral. You can all choose.
We actually did
whatever you
Grapevine. It was
want.
really nice because in between us.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah. I will say it does. It's not as intimate though. And I like the intimateness of
get
your
that.
your family, the togetherness. And I say family meaning friends and I mean,
Yeah,
y'all
of
are
course.
family. So it doesn't really matter. It's still more intimate than just being at a restaurant with a billion other strangers. I
Absolutely.
mean, I liked that, and I do like that better.
yeah.
So that's kind of my extent of it. Is
Okay.
like sometimes like that. Then when you're not the host anymore, and you're so used to being the host, and you know everybody's having a good time, then when you're not the host and it becomes another person's responsibility, it seems like
Because you can't have control.
I don't have
You don't
control.
have
I don't like
control.
not being in control.
No, that's true. Absolutely.
You know, there's that method too.
I love hosting. I always
You're
have.
great at it,
I
too.
love it.
Amazing.
I have so much fun doing it.
which is why we selected the
podcast.
podcast at your house.
So I get excited. What am I going to do this Friday? We're going to do a blueberry mimosa and,
Yes.
a quiche. I try to
yeah.
make it themed and fun, and I decorate everything in the kitchen so pretty.
She does.
I love it.
We're spoiled.
But with you two, I don't have to have that level of stress. I still
Oh,
do
no.
because that's just who I am. I've got this list of stuff I got to do. He goes, you wrote down, check one thing off the list.
Oh my
That's
gosh.
great.
That is, oh my gosh. That would be something I
The
do.
first thing said make the list. The second said check one thing off the list. And I'm like, I already checked two.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I love it, love it, love it. I love having people over. It makes me happy when people come over and they're happy.
Yes.
But Lord have mercy, I'm not going to sleep for a whole week. And then the cleanup afterwards.
The cleanup afterwards. Yes. Yes, that's true. That is very hard. I still have the balloons up that you gave. Was
No.
it you gave me for
50th.
my 50th? It's still one of them still behind my chair, floating still. The big black
You
one.
still have pictures of your mom growing up on your dining room?
Oh, it's upstairs in the corner.
Okay, see.
So, yes. And it actually took me from my mom's birthday, it took me about a month to take down
bet.
the scrolls on my wall that says happy 80th, and then it said something else. And I'm like, I like those scrolls. And so I started looking to buy some, and then I got sidetracked.
You did say you were going to.
I know. I looked, but they weren't as long. All right, guys. So let's give a few tips before we go of what we think could help people for party planning.
100% list. That list is going to save you. And spread that list out. Monday, I'm going to do this. Tuesday, I'm going to do this. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Spread it out. Have a list. Mark it off so you don't forget anything. So you feel like you're accomplishing something every day. That is my number
That's
one.
number one.
Yes.
Okay, Lori.
I would say just don't put as much stress on yourself. I know it's easier said than done, but
Yeah. How do you
just,
do that?
I mean, you don't, but you just have to know that, especially if you're doing a regular event like Jen's been doing right now, like
Our podcast.
they don't, no, I meant like the
Saturday.
football Saturday thing. I mean, guys, first off, they're just happy to come hang out and watch football. They could care less about what your house looks like.
Or the food.
Or the
Just
food.
happy to hang
So,
out and watch
I mean, know your environment, trying to stress. I get like if you're having a big, giant, like the 80th birthday party, the 50th party we planned for Kim that wasn't even at someone's house per se, but just getting it all together, making sure everyone's going to show up, have a good time. Do we have enough space? All those things. I don't know, you can control that well, but a list is helpful for that.
Yes.
But I think really just try your best not to stress as much as you can about it, and just know that, people are probably appreciative of the fact that you're doing one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree with that. For me, I would say, because, like I said, the food.
Yeah.
So I just think that we overthink the food and we just have so much. I mean, my sister, I ordered Spring Creek. Then when I got there, I was scared I didn't have enough, so I ordered another family dinner thing. And, now I'm spending another $100. And I've probably got 2 full meats left over, and it's like, oh my gosh. But then my sister, who gets all these dips and makes these dips and does all of this, and it's like, it's all there when it's all there. And then the cake, I think one person took a slice of it. So I just think that maybe just when you're counting up, because we think it's not enough, just maybe, take it back by 5 people.
I think even more than that.
Maybe, yeah.
When you get married, and like, at least for me, when I had at the wedding venue, they ask you how many people. I was always told they go down like another 25. Like, in other words, if you invited 100 guests, make it 75 people for the food, because you have to bank on the fact that not everybody's going to eat all that.
Yeah.
That screws me up.
Well,
I would say I need
it's different.
200 people food for 100
It's different
people.
with, like, if she's got 20, however many people coming, she would have been fine with what she already had. She didn't need to add on. And because you got to factor in,
I did
some people are not going to eat the sides. People aren't going to eat the bread. Some people won't eat the cake.
Yeah.
The dips and the chips, that's going to fill people up. So
That's very true.
it's like, cut your number down. So whatever the size is, maybe cut it down.
I had a spike punch.
Yeah, she did.
Then
It's very good.
And then I had a kid punch. And so, to make sure that the kids didn't get the other one. But, okay, y'all. I mean, it was good.
It was good.
It was
It's really good.
So that'd be something we need to try. I'll look it up
because
again.
we made it wrong that day.
Yeah, but it was good.
It was good.
And then hosting pool parties.
Oh, yeah.
So the first half of the whole summer is we host. Larry and I host the pool party every Saturday. We say party, but it's
just
us,
like 5 of us.
our significant other, and every once in a while some other people come. But Larry's thing is grilling.
He loves to grill.
He loves to grill, and so he's planning this days in advance for every Saturday. And so then he'll have me ask, or what do y'all think y'all might be in the mood for? Because he will get up at 4 a.m. to put it on the grill, the smoker, and to have that. I ended up buying him one of those thermometers that goes to his phone, so he doesn't have to keep getting up to go check
That's
on
awesome.
it. Yeah. So then Larry gets a break. Now it's Jen's turn.
My turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
He would clean the pool, do the yard, clean the pool, everything getting ready for Saturdays for us all to come over. And then he's got to clean the pool again after all our suntan lotion. So he really did work hard. Plus, we love Larry. We'd be saying, when's our food going to be ready?
We did.
Will you go get that floaty and bring it? I mean, he is a great host.
Which
He is a great host.
My dad was that guy, Larry. I mean, we had a pool growing up, and they always had pool parties every weekend too. And he loved to grill. He loved to make sure his backyard looks pristine and it was clean. The pools, that's like his gig, and I feel like that's Larry's gig too. I mean,
It is.
we offer all the time to add help or buy things or do this or give him, and he's like, no, I think he generally enjoys it.
He does.
He does enjoy it, and he's
his
great
food-
at it.
His food is great.
Oh, his food is fantastic.
Yes.
And every weekend he does something different that's even better than the time he made it before. Like, he's like, try my ribs this time. I'm like, they're awesome. They were awesome last time, but
He
they're
looks
awesome.
up all these different seasonings.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so since I have like roughly say May, June, July, August, and we'll see about how much of September, and Jen now has September, October, November, December. I think you need to.
I mean, what am I going to host?
I don't know. We got to come up with something for January,
know.
February, March, April for 4 months. So then
And you
we
see
have
the size
it
of my house?
every year.
I love that.
every
We could
day.
do a quarter,
Yeah.
a season at each house.
Y'all need to get with the husband on that.
Yeah.
Oh, he'll tell me yes.
My house is not. Joey doesn't like to host things.
I didn't
We don't
say
have
he
enough
had to
space.
I didn't tell him he had to host it. He could sleep in that bedroom.
We don't have enough space for even to have Steve over on the weekends to chill out on the porch. We have to have it. If we have it, it has to be nice weather because the only place to hang out is on the back porch.
So we're doing January, February.
Yeah, we
March
can't do
at your
January and
house.
February and March. It's freezing cold. Well, we do have the heaters, but
We
still,
have the heaters.
I'm
Oh
just
my
saying it's
God.
cold. But we can do something.
Well,
not
stay
gonna be as
tuned
grand.
to see what
Yeah.
we're going to come up with for Lori's house.
Good luck.
But hey, everyone, we do have some great shows coming up soon. We have one that's going to be talking about music that we will have our wonderful co-host man Terry coming by, and he's going to talk all about 80s 90s and music for the people and how it changes their lives.
Yes,
Which-
songs really do.
Then we also have is it Sam Squatch?
Sam Squatch.
You will make an
Sam
appearance.
Squatch is going to come make an appearance and do a podcast. And then we're going to also do, and this will be a random one, that if y'all look up drunk history and how hilarious that is, yes, it will be truly showing us how stupid we are.
Pretty.
But, I'm sorry, how
pretty
beautiful we are.
So pretty.
And we're going to do an episode of Drunk History. I can't wait for that one. But I know everybody's going to be like, what in the hell are you talking about? The Boston Tea Party was over there and it was all about fireworks? What? So I can't wait. I will look stupid and it's okay because I'm going to laugh, and laugh.
I love it because we need to pick the topics. No research, just how
Oh.
we remember it from what we learned.
Yes.
Or if we didn't learn anything, what we think it is.
What we think it is. And then when we get through talking about that one, I'll look it up on the phone and say what it really is.
Okay.
She was right. No, she wouldn't.
But thank you so much for joining us and listening to us. And always remember, and if you stop by our station, our page, please like us and subscribe.
And comment.
Always comment,
Awesome.
yes. And then if you know of a topic you would like for us to do, please put that in the comments. And don't forget, you can listen to us on anything: Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts. You can hear everything. So thank you again. And remember, every day is a new beginning.
Every day is a new beginning.
Every day's a new beginning.
Bye.
Bye.